At that point, I thought,
That's like a short. I'm not afraid to trying to give space and what is
Good evening, viewers. In the meantime, guys, welcome to the men's final of this comp that has been happening for 2 days. So we have a final. It is a tournament organized by the Pole Association of Uganda on behalf of the All Africa Pole Championship Pole Association, also on behalf of the World Pole Association, also on behalf of the World HEYBALL Federation. Bwanika Mansur, the bigger guy in terms of height, donning light brown. His opponent, Bwanika Mansur is the smaller guy, donning brown. Ibrahim is the bigger guy in body size, also donning light brown. The guy that is on table, they are the two players that have made the final of Uganda's qualifying tournament. It is a qualifying event for the tournament that will be held, as I described, in Australia in mid-September, just about 5-6 weeks time from now. Only one player shall be representing each member country of the All Africa Pole Associations, and the task of organizing qualifiers for getting that one player has been executed by, of course, the Pole Association of Uganda. Now, they did invite the top 6 seeded players in the men's event. Those were seed number 1, Joseph Kasozi; seed number 2, Bwanika Mansur; seed number 3, Sejemba Ibra; seed number 4, am I forgetting Chandiga Caesar; seed number 4, then there was Senyanjo Glorious; then there was Lobola Simon, the computer. Those were the 6. There was one player who pulled out, that is Caesar Chandiga, for the reason he gave that in mid-September, when the Champion of Champions event will be happening in Australia. He will be scheduled for another HEYBALL tournament that will be happening in China as star player of Joy HEYBALL Chinese franchise, as well as ambassador of Joy in Africa. He does have facilitated invitation to the Joy HEYBALL calendar events, so he will be absent. That's why he exempted himself from the qualifiers, and the next person in the ranking order, that is the computer, Lobola Simon, was invited. Now, they had a relatively difficult format of play where all the 6 had to play round robin format against one another yesterday, with each player playing against all the others, racing to 3. And then a league table was drawn. At the top 4 made the semi-finals, which have gotten to be played on knockout basis, and then the final, whose winner will be Uganda's representative to the event. Now, the players in the semi-finals in order were, if I'm not mistaken, Ibrahim Kayanja, and then Lobola Simon, is it? Then Mansur and Glorious, I think it were those. That is how the semi-finals were: number 1 versus number 4, and then number 2 versus number 3. Those are the first matches that happened earlier today. There was a match between Mansur and Glorious, racing to 7, won by Mansur, I think by 7 frames to 3, and then another race to 7, won by Ibrahim Kayanja by 7 frames to 6 against Lobola Simon. Actually, no, it was 6 frames to 5. I remember computer was trying to finish a frame to make it an equalizer, take it to the decider, then time elapsed. For the final, ladies and gentlemen, it is race to 9 in 2 hours between Ibrahim Kayanja and Wanika Mansur. In the meantime, big congratulations to Rashida Motesi. She has just won the ladies qualifying event. In the final, she defeated Amina Faith Nganda by 5 frames to 4 at the elapse of time. It was a very close and intriguing match, marred by pressure and mistakes and brilliance from both players. In the end of the day, a very worthwhile final. Mansur has just fouled. He has spotted a solid off a stripe, and I think it was intentional play. When there is a foul, the incoming player has the cue ball in hand and can place it anywhere on the table. But 1 visit, not 2. Chiwaduka Kalifani asking about Team Ibra. I think the player that I had forgotten about was Ibra Sejemba. He was part of the qualifying tournament yesterday. He lost the first 2 matches and then excused himself from the rest of the competition. Said he is not feeling well. And then the coach, Nathan Bwankosia, as well as tournament secretary Donald, told him it's okay. So the winner, the one who will be representing their country in an international event for another time, will be the winner of this match. Many people do think that Ibrahim Kayanja should be favorite for this one, because yes, of all these players, he should be getting more practice than all his other colleagues, because he is born and bred in the town where we are. And at this venue, I think he plays a little more regular compared to his other opponents. But for the semi-finals, I have to say that Wanika Mansur was the better player, and a distant better player. He was so clinical. He was almost someone playing as though it was on the small table. He was shooting real good, most especially that he has made himself rare of late. You don't see him all the time, but officially he's Uganda's national blackball champion after winning the national championships for the second time, becoming the third player to achieve that feat in November last year, actual date 30th November 2024. By the way, Uganda's car competition, that event won by Mansur, this year's edition will be launched on the 11th of August. That is in about 13 days' time. Thank you for correcting me, Dr. Spencer. There was no foul when I was claimed it was there, because Mansur was on what you would call a free shot. Ibrahim Kanja seemingly going for a second. He has a solid to put to the center pocket on the right. White ball bounces off the cushion. How good will White be for the black? Very, very good. He has more understanding of the table. He's seemingly trying to get more understanding of the discipline compared to his other opponents. He leads by 2 frames to nil. He is proving that he is the tournament for the victory, for the plane tickets to Australia. By the way, he will have the work to try and, if he wins this match, he will use next week, maybe even this week, to try and obtain a new passport using express facility after losing it out in some baggage claim exercise after a trip. Emma Baraza, you're asking if Caesar is playing as well. The answer is no, he is not. He ruled himself out to the tournament organizers. He also told me at yesterday's tournament that he will be playing in China by the time this competition shall be organized. There is also some concern from some guys that when someone is at the level of the ambassador, maybe the association could have bargained out another ticket of his to participate in the event. There are some sections of the pool fraternity who think it that way, and it's not a very bad thought, because when you're given such responsibility, which is also pride, it has to come with something real tangible. Representation in the Commonwealth Games was one of such, and yes, he well represented now the Commonwealth champion in HEYBALL, Caesar. Maybe I just think that for the duration that he's ambassador, and the fact that the World HEYBALL Federation is involved in all this, players like him, slots should be retained, or any other player like Jason Theron who have those ambassadorial roles. Players like Gareth Potts, and I'm not saying that Caesar is at the level of Gareth Potts, but players who have those roles also need to be at those international engagement without risk of qualifiers which can go either way. Ibrahim Kayanja, whom some people say is Caesar's biggest opponent, biggest rival in HEYBALL in the country. He has played 2 HEYBALL tournaments at this venue and has won 1. In the other, he was losing finalists. This one is the 3rd and wants to make it 2 victories out of 3 tournaments. And in the other, he was 2nd. With now a blue, having to put to the corner pocket, bottom left, White ball bouncing off the cushion, going into the 6. He gets to miss because of the ambitious play of the white ball. And Mansur can breathe again. The first HEYBALL competition that was organized in the country was in 2019 by Peter Kenywa and James Korea, the 2 Kenyans who were then the representatives of HEYBALL in East Africa. They organized a qualifying event for the World HEYBALL Championships in Uganda, but they organized it on blackboard tables. Mansur was losing finalists. He lost out to Yuda Sembosi Demba, but then he was around 14, maybe 15. The rules were interpreted that someone who was below the age of 18 needed that handicap of putting 6 balls, the 7th being removed by the umpire by plain hand, and then they play the 8 ball. And that very young Yuda Sembusi was too good for that offer and won the tournament and the final convincingly. He, however, did not participate in the event because of travel documentation issues. He was even too young to obtain on time documents like passport and then visa to China, stuff like that. He ended up missing. The following year, 2020, Mansur represented in a foreign country, but in blackboard, that was the World Championships that were organized in Johannesburg. He lost out in the 3rd round. Since then, he has been a very solid competitor on the blackboard tables. Mansur in the country, Uganda. He's a very, very big name, though of late he has not been so active. In terms of organization, in tournaments organized by the Polar Station of Uganda, he's Uganda's record champion. 8 tournaments won by himself. Firstly, starting with the National Open Championships 2018, the Kampala Open Championships later that year, the Grand Open Championship 2020, winning the same comp in 2022, King of the Table Championships 2022. He then won the end of year championships in 2023, followed it up with the National Open Championships in 2024, making it 8. Only 2 other players are on 7, that is Sula Matovu and Toreye Jonah, with Mansur standing alone on the figure 8. They say that numbers don't lie. But in this game, the numbers are not lying, and they are telling the truth in favor of this guy, Ibrahim Kayanja, who is having a 2-frame lead. He's clearly here only for one ambitious reason: to make it onto an airplane for the 2nd time after the 2022 African Championships, where he came 4th to the winner, Aiden Joseph, first runner-up Victor, and second runner-up Rivaldo. Sorry. Yes, it was. Seems like a very good, maybe at least a good safety shot. Mansour's intention was to deny Ibra white for the blue, the one and only solid lift on the table. The problem for Mansur is that both the 11 and the 10, the 2 stripes he's having on the table, are so close to each other, pretty much almost not portable. Ibrahim Kayanja could hitch it that pocket. He has not potted. Mansur will clearly be attempting another safety shot. Just brush the white ball off the 10 a bit and hide it behind the 10, in between 10 and 11. Just like that, and make it difficult, if not impossible, for Ibra to pot his 2. He does find the 2 off the cushion. Mansur has to be very careful, although he has been playing quite well. Well, may not be good enough. Another successful snooker. Ibra will be hoping to find the blue off the cushion at the top from this kind of range. Even Moses Bukenya could find this angle, but Ibrahim Kayanja will not. It is a foul. Cue ball in hand for Mansur. Chance for him to win frame number 3. Has to put it in a position where he can finish the frame. Of course, anywhere on the green bed, he can place the cue ball. 3 relatively very easy shots. He has got a cut on the white ball. I don't think he intended to make it a cut. That's why he's taking his time. Even the position of the cue ball in relation to his body, he needs full body stretch. Most players here will need the bridge. Mansur's skill sees him through. He can finally put the black with the ease to the corner pocket top right, better still center pocket on the right. Was for the center pocket and sinks the black in. Mansur 1 and Ibra 2. Now the reason why you can see a foul now, I'm trying to replay the video when Ibrahim Kayanja fouled on the break, whether it is by white ball scratching or white ball jumping off the table. The incoming player, in this case Mansur, has to play first a ball that is not behind the head string. The head string is that bulk line, as they call it in blackboard, the line behind which the break shot is done. So when there is a scratch on the break for the first shot, you don't play a ball which is behind the head string. And when he came to play, he played the ball behind the head string. That is why there was a loss of turn. Even players who may be big players, for HEYBALL, I have to confess it's still new on the African continent for most countries besides a few like South Africa and maybe Morocco. So kindly, guys, in the comment section, please tell me who you think is your best player, HEYBALL, on the African continent and why. Once again, topic of discussion in the comment section. Who is your favorite African player? The one, not your favorite, the one you think is the best HEYBALL player on the Africa continent, and why do you think so?
Back into the video and play the double and the really community. Otero commenting up videos that you're not watching live. I think it is the case. That you are just not comfortable enough, or you cannot walk fast. Maybe you will tear through. Bakuba mu mu kikadde ate yali akuba nalwaka oyo bakugedde saida laida stage
Thank you for watching. Jonathan Biaruhanga, you're asking if I'm coming to Qatar. Jonathan, you send me a ticket. Then I'll come. Marvin Kuda Makandiara, you are saying that Kayanja is a sharpshooter. Yes, he is, though it's not his nickname. It's someone's nickname. And Michuzi is saying that apart from Caesar, Kayanja is quite good at HEYBALL. Yes, it is a public secret. That is what most people say, that biggest competition in HEYBALL in the country is between Caesar and Kayanja Ibra. In fact, I've organized 2 8-man HEYBALL comps at this venue before, where they 3. Then Caesar won once, then Kayanja Ibra won another. The one that Caesar lost, he lost to Kayanja Ibra in the final. The one that Kayanja Ibra lost, he lost to Caesar in the final. And both finals were quite close. He does stay in this place, Ibrahim Kayanja. He gets routine time on this table. And it is just about to pay off. It could get him to a plane ticket to the farthest place in the world if he can win 6 more frames before his opponent can win 8, or better still, be in the lead in the next 1 hour and 20 minutes, because just around that is the amount of time left in this final. His precision on the HEYBALL table, Ibrahim Kayanja, is visibly superior. He finds relative ease playing on the table compared to his other colleagues. The bad news is that he will be missing the Q Masters International Carnival in Dar es Salaam, but he may be participating in a bigger event if he can win this match. Jonathan Berhanga, I don't have a visa, but I can obtain one. Now that is the other side of Mansur. He's applying his blackboard tactics on the HEYBALL table. The stuff that make him a very complete player. He knows how to make himself very difficult to beat. Once again, guys, if you're just joining this live stream, it is the final of the tournament that is organized by the Polo Association of Uganda. It is a qualifying event for a grand tournament that is being organized by the World Polo Association. Finals of the tournament that is being called the Champion of Champions HEYBALL International Championship is happening in mid-September, just in about 3 weeks' time. Sorry, in about 7 weeks' time, happening in Sydney, Australia. And the HEYBALL players, the best in the world, they shall be there to participate. In Africa, each member association, each member country of the All Africa Pole Association (AAPA) is being given one slot. And for Uganda, the slot is being determined in this tournament. Now, the qualifying format was that 6 of the top seeded players in the country were invited to participate in the qualifiers. Those were seed number 1, Kasozi seed number 2, Mansur seed number 3, Ibra Sejemba seed number 4, Cesar Chandiga seed number 5, Ibrahim Kanja seed number 6, Senyonjo Glorious. However, seed number 4, Cesar Chandiga, pulled out because he will be participating in another tournament in China by the time the grand final will be held. So he was replaced by the next available player in the order of the ranking sequence. That was Lobola Simon, the computer. Now, those 6 players, as a qualifying procedure, had to shoot out against each other, round robin format, racing to 3. They played out the whole of yesterday just to get the top 4 in league format who will make the semi-finals. Now, those top 4 were these 2, and then Glorious, and then Computer. Kasozi and Ibra were out in the preliminary stages, as Ibrahim Kanja, by the way, increases his lead. This morning, he defeated Computer in the semi-finals, just after Mansur had defeated Glorious in the first semi-final. That's how these 2 are in the final. Once again, the winner will be getting a fully funded plane ticket to Australia to represent Uganda at the Champion of Champions International HEYBALL Championships in Sydney, Australia, this coming September. A race to 9 in not more than 2 hours. Now, these guys have the rack, the piece of wood that we call the rack, but they say that it's a little bit too big, and they say that the rack is more comfortable when done by plain hand, that it is easier to have the balls tightly racked against each other, which makes the split more likely, and putting at least a ball or 2 or 3 more likely. That's why you see Ibra Kayanja ignoring the rack and using his natural rack, his 10 fingers. And like you can see, it is a perfect rack. There's this sound on TikTok, it is called, it normally goes technologia. So you can see technologia. Okay, here he comes on the break. Now he's an overwhelming favorite. Maybe when you are his friend, when you are his family, you may start to believe that he will not be with you in mid-September, that he will be in Australia. There is a claim of a foul for Mansur.
Roger, wali baddemu bakabigiramu. Wali babaddemu bano. Sina buyinza. Olina muwikire kumpi. Era ngenge obulayo emyezi 5. In July, December is 5 months. Wakaona. Leta chakula ileta meza.
Thank you, JJ, for watching. Eminent Ishmael, Jonathan Biarohanga. Yes. Lil Paul, you want updates of Jemba? Ibra is now fully focused on the Q Masters International Championship, the one that is coming up in Dar es Salaam. His team, players and members of the management team, Roxbury, will be driving out on, I think, on Tuesday next week. But there are some members who will be using air, like someone who is so found in the comment section. Michuzi will be using Air Tanzania next week. The rest of us will be using the bus comfortably therein. And have a little chat with the losing finalists, ladies category. How are you, Faith?
I'm okay, Peter. How are you?
You came so close. Not so many times that Rashida is in the final, and it is 4-4 with 7 minutes to go. Why do you think you lost that decider?
Why do I think who lost that decider? Me? Well, she played well. And in the decider, actually, it wasn't on my side. You know, that kind of frames when it's not in your hands. So I was just fighting for it. I tried, but it failed.
Now, this responsibility of yours being a captain, the players you are captaining, and then later they become your opponents, doesn't it affect your hunger to try and beat them, and yet you are the same person supposed to wish that they perform?
Of course, when I meet them, I want to beat them. Eh, in as much as you are captain, it doesn't mean you have to lose.
Yeah.
Yes, so that sports, there is always a winner and a loser.
So, how far, if you can say, or maybe by percentage, how far have you recovered as a player and physically ever since that accident?
Ever since the accident, I think I've recovered till around 80%. Still some pain in the joint, but it's bearable. Yeah. So, and it will actually go with time.
That is good to hear. So, what next for Faith after this one? Maybe locally and internationally.
There's a Chiwanga tournament weekend.
Roxbury Ladies Day out this Sunday.
Yes, I'll be there.
And then the National Open, the car competition, you were losing finalists last year. Maybe this year you may be driving around.
Sure. This year.
Kongs in advance. 4-3, Mansur is fighting back. Timeout for Mansur. 2 minutes timeout, and I've been told that that time will be factored in at the elapse of time. Rest to 9, Mansur 4 and Mansur 3 and Ibrahim Kayanja 4. In the meantime, once again, dear viewers, can't believe that after Ibrahim Kayanja went 4 frames to 1 up, that it is now 4-4. He lost the next 2 frames and then got timeout. Then Mansur also got timeout. Then coming back, Mansur won the 8th frame. That is why we have a 4-4 deadlock now, racing to 9. Clearly, we shall not get anyone with 9, given their playing speed. But what we surely have is a game on now. He really needs to win this frame bad. Can't let a player of Mansur's seniority come from 3 frames down up to equalize and then let him lead. He grows more confident. The more confident he grows, the more pressure will catch up on Ibrahim Kayanja. In this winner takes all kind of situation, he has spotted a stripes ball. It is a foul. Advantage Mansur. Mansur is applying his realize the negative tactics, delaying the game, slowing down the pace of the game, putting only when he must, and make sure that his opponent plays under as much pressure as possible. Winner takes all, the whole plane ticket, the whole visa, the whole 1-week stay in Australia for the champion of champions World HEYBALL Championships, being organized by the World HEYBALL Federation in conjunction with the World Pool Association. There is some good cash prize to win that side. I'm not yet so sure how much. Now, the beauty of the event, I've been advised that the ladies will play alongside ladies. There will be no head start for ladies or handicap or anything like that, playing alongside men. And Uganda's representative Rashida will be playing against fellow ladies. If they are not Chinese, I think she stands a chance. The prize fund, I'm told, is $30,000 US. That is if they are not Chinese. And Kelly Fisher, oh, that woman.
Ugenda weka official kumaka koli ya politika gamba Paul boss.
can't believe that as Mansur and Ibra are fighting it out, the one who has already qualified, Rashida, is just near the commentary booth disturbing me. Who am I going with? Am I living with an official? How will I know my game time? Stuff like that. The pressure of whether or not she'll qualify is now long gone. Pressure on Ibra, and clearly Ibra is relieving of at least some of the pressure. He is winning frame number 9, where I say that the rest is a formality. Ibrahim Kayanja 5 and Wanika Mansur 4.
Started. South Africa so
Dear viewers, 30 minutes to go. Actually, I was told about that about 2 minutes to go. So it's around 28 minutes to go. Rest to 9. Forget about rest to 9 because they are not going to play 8 more frames. It will be who will be leading in the next 28 minutes, who will get a plane ticket to Australia for the Champion of Champions HEYBALL Championship being organized by the World Polar Station in conjunction with the World HEYBALL Federation. David Kaija, you're asking if the pace they will play in Australia. Now let me tell you the truth. This table is not, what's the word I can use? It's not the latest HEYBALL table. This one, I think it's the table that was being used in the World Championships before COVID. So the one that is latest, that is K9, it makes spotting way easier than this one. So when you see the level at which they are potting on a K9 table, they will be potting way easier than you see on this one. You are quite less likely to see something like break and finish. Thanks for watching. Ephraim Zayufiri, watching from Lusaka, Zambia. Lawrence Kato, you're asking which 2 ladies are going to represent. It is not 2 ladies, it is 1. Rashida, who has won the ladies event, and then the man who will win this tournament. Alongside Rashida will be the 2 players that will be representing Uganda. I'll be updating you about which players will be representing other African countries when I do get the results from their own qualifiers. The real machine is meaning business here. I will start to think that it will be unlikely for Mansur to beat him if he can gain a 2-frame lead. He has successfully played himself out of pressure. He's now playing clearly more confidently. The problem I have with his game is that sometimes pressure can get a little bit too much on him and you don't get to see the best of what he can always deliver. The 3 to the center pocket on the right. When he draws white ball backwards, it naturally moves a little bit. I think he has done it well. He has very good understanding of this table. He will take a very deep breath and then aim for black for 1 more time to regain the 2-frame lead he had about 20 minutes ago. Yes, he does, and does so easily. Bwanika Mansur 4 and Ibrahim Kayanja 6. So what is happening is a contest over the break shot. By the rules, they have to be 3 balls crossing the head string, the line behind which Mansur is breaking right now, the line behind which the white ball is placed. They have to be 3 balls, and every time they have been contesting, there has been video review. I can see 1, 2, 3 balls, 4 actually have crossed, and this time round the break is valid and very valid. And I've been told that the time we are using in video review will be compensated on these players. 6-4, Ibrahim Kayanja leads. It's about 20 minutes left to play. He gets to close the table playing stripes, but has closed it very, very wonderfully. Posing with confidence. The confidence that could see him play in an international tournament for another time. This time out, flying out to the farthest point in the world. It is the farthest city in the world is Sydney, Australia, the city that is distant from most of the world. For most flights, it's just around 8 hours flying across water, just water. This ongoing frame, should it be won by Ibra, and then Mansur will clearly be fighting for too little too late. But I have to applaud the fact that this tournament has not been a bad day for him to try and make a comeback. Ever since him winning the National Open, he has not been himself, most especially on the pool table. He has actually played maybe at maximum a quarter of the tournaments that have happened since then, maybe less than a quarter. And I remember him reaching one final. We were in the town of Entebbe and he lost it. Most of the other comps have been early exits. Nyeko Finidi, yes, we are playing HEYBALL. The real machine has the task of a 3, that read at the corner pocket top left. And the problem is the position of the black. He may want to move the white ball the whole distance. Better still, try and put black to the corner pocket bottom left of the 14. It's the shot he's trying to play. It grants him a groove to have a right cut on the black. It will move leftwards to the corner pocket at the bottom left where there is a 14. He's going for power, shoots with power and misses the target. Mansur going for safety. Not safe whatsoever. I'm not even certain it was a legal shot. Of course, he'll be losing the frame. Ibrahim Kayanja 7 and Banika Mansur 4. Ladies and gentlemen, after potting black prematurely, Bwanika Mansur has conceded the frame. Say something, the machine, say something. Machine to Australia, say something. Say something. People are watching, say something. You have qualified, say something.
Hello guys, hello fans to Chove. How are you? Machine to Australia, there we go. Going to participate
Visa,
from there.
air ticket, everything.
Okay.
The sign he has just waved is of an aeroplane taking off. Maybe he means the Air Australia flight to the tournament. Thank you for being a lovely audience and congratulations to these two. There they are, Uganda's representatives at the event. Congratulations, Mansur. Congratulations, Rashida. Joint celebrations at the arena.